WZMQ 19 News wherever you are, whenever you're ready. Subscribe to the 19 News channel on YouTube.
Watch my reports from Delta County only on 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, protesting the price of rent. The demonstrators who gathered in Lansing today, including a group from the UP, pushing for policy to expand affordable housing. Plus, a group in Delta County continues to collect signatures in an effort to recall 3 county commissioners. Where things stand tonight. And progress on a long-awaited playground project in Marquette. What's next for the new Kids Cove at Lower Harbor Park? Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Another scorcher out there today. Ariane, did we break any records today? I know we did yesterday.
We did yesterday. We got really close today. We actually tied with a score, a temperature of 88 degrees, which we saw also in 1998. So yes, it was very hot out there. Again, these temperatures are taken out at the National Weather Service just outside of Marquette in Negaunee Township. As you can see, though, we do have some showers pushing in, as well as some severe, possibly severe, strong thunderstorms this evening. Hasn't touched the UP quite yet. I'll keep my eye on it for you. And there is a severe thunderstorm watch over here in Wisconsin. So I'll keep you updated with the latest on that as it rolls on in. But we've got cooler temperatures headed our way, drier and sunnier conditions coming on Friday. Your 7-day outlook and school day outlooks on the way.
Thank you very much, Ariane. In Lansing today, protesters gathered at the Capitol to bring attention to the rising cost of living across the state, including here in the UP. Excuse me, goodness. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy spoke with organizers and protesters today to hear about solutions being proposed.
Hundreds of people are on the lawn of the Capitol today. In 90-degree heat, they're sharing their renting stories from across the state. Protesters like Camille Duvernois, who's a student at Michigan State University, but is originally from the Upper Peninsula.
I expected moving down here, a bigger city, more community support generally, but I just moved into my first apartment here, and I'm spending about 60% of my monthly income on my rent, and I have fairly cheap rent.
Advocates shared their stories about facing homelessness, dealing with unfair landlords, or poor living conditions.
I mean, I had squirrels in my wall at one point, like, you know, horrific stories. I've heard of people who are rationing insulin to be able to live in their home.
The Rent is Too High is a coalition formed by a nonprofit called For Our Future, with the goal of passing a renter's bill of rights, social and housing first approaches to homelessness, and the removal of state restrictions on rent control.
We pay rent every month. We're the ones that the money comes from. We keep the lights on. We pay their bills.
Protesters chanted to empty chambers as the legislation did not convene for its scheduled first day back.
It's kind of obscene. Rent in Marquette used to be much lower. Landlords can fluctuate rent as much as they want, and they aren't. The government is not investing in social housing to help people who are homeless, who are veterans, who are struggling to pay their rent, and rent is just increasing and increasing.
To continue to fight for lower rent costs, For Our Future is working with state representatives to push for legislation they say could provide relief. From the Capitol, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
Developing now, a group of Delta County citizens continues its effort to remove 3 county commissioners from office. At yesterday's Labor Day celebration, the Delta County Citizens for Ethical Leadership asked supporters to add their names to the petitions to recall Commissioners Bob Barron, David Moyle, and Robert Peterson. The petition for Barron's district started the day about halfway to its goal of 1,101 signatures. The petition for Moyle's district reached 60% of its needed 666 signatures during the event. Petitioners must collect the necessary signatures by October 8th to get the recall on the ballot in May of 24.
I believe that our leaders at our county commission need to have integrity, honesty, and transparency. We don't feel we're getting that right now from our 3 county commissioners, so we look forward to the recall coming in May.
Petitioners from Peterson's district began collecting signatures yesterday, reaching 10% of their goal. The Delta County Airport is widening its search for a new manager. The Airport Advisory Board has been looking for a replacement since former manager Andrea Newmelin resigned in June. The board chair says several candidates have withdrawn for what he calls vague reasons, although he says the $60,000 to $70,000 salary was an issue for one top candidate. The board had hoped to select a new manager this month, but will now reopen the job posting and interview recent applicants.
For a candidate that's going to have and share a vision to drive the airport into the future. We underestimated how hard it was going to be to find that right person. The last time we posted in 2018, we had a lot more applicants put in than we did this time.
At its next meeting, the board will discuss the possibility of naming the airport's assistant manager as interim manager until a candidate is chosen. A long-awaited project is finally underway in Marquette's Matson Lower Harbor Park. The new Kids Cove Playground broke ground for the first stages of demolition today. WZMQ's Mitchell Reif tells us what's next.
Kids Cove was a community project completed in 1996. That existing playground is now outdated and has needed an update. The Environmental Protection Agency even banned the future use of the lumber used in its construction.
Now the original swings and all the material used to build all of this are over 25 years old and needs to be replaced.
This doesn't really fit into playground standards at all anymore, and it's also deteriorating. The wood is falling apart, the equipment's falling apart.
Some of the wood is coming up. Kids could get slivers, there's rusty bolts and stuff.
The city of Marquette received the Natural Resources Trust Fund grant of $300,000 from the state in 2021 to plan and construct the new Kids Cove. The total project cost is around $1.6 million, and the construction team will be setting up the fencing today.
So this is the second generation of this playground. It's also going to be completely universal design, accessible, inclusive playground.
Instead of wood chips, a rubberized pour-in-place surface material will be used, and the tall, easy-to-hide-in structures will be replaced with all-inclusive play areas, even for children with disabilities.
Every single child will be able to play together. They'll be able to laugh together. They'll be able to grow friendships together.
With one of the challenges with a structure like what we have behind us is once they're in there, it's kind of difficult to see where they're at.
It'll be slightly larger than the layout beforehand, and leaders say with the all-inclusive play outline, they hope this will inspire more playgrounds to do the same.
I think other communities are going to suddenly realize, wait a second, this is the type of playground we all should be having.
The 25-year-old structure will be taken down within the month and will be closed until the summer of 2024. Mitchell Reif, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
The Playground Committee is still collecting donations. If you'd like to help out with the project, we have links to ways to donate on our website or our mobile news app. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, what's up with Megan? She has all the details on another event taking place in Marquette's Lower Harbor Park this weekend. And later, Congress is back in session with some major budget decisions to make on a tight deadline. We're live in Washington with the latest in about 15 minutes. We're back in 2.
19 News is brought to you by Dan Perkins Construction.
When you put on a product this nice, you want to sing it from the rooftops. You know my roof's good looking, will last the rest of your life. Each day I go to work thinking, you know we're doing this right. Buy a roof for me and I think you'll see you'll be happy as a gherkin. 'Cause we do it right and we're really polite. Take it from me, Dan Perkins. You try rhyming something with Perkins.
Since the 15th century, Antwerp, Belgium has been the city for diamonds. Erickson Jewelers is going overseas to this diamond capital soon to handpick directly from a sparkling selection unlike any in the world. Tell us what you're looking for and we'll use our connections to personally find it in Antwerp's famous diamond district. This is a special opportunity that allows us to negotiate the best options and value for you. Find out how Erickson Jewelers can bring home your one-of-a-kind Antwerp diamond.
As FBI agents, we're expected to find the truth.
13 people murdered.
They called him the Golden State Killer.
The cases you know.
We found Timothy McVeigh.
The inside story you don't.
The serial sniper has struck again.
They were shooting from the back of that trunk. My blood just going cold.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
New FBI True premieres October 3rd on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Your one place for everything Caribbean is on One Caribbean Television. Visit our website to subscribe and download our app. Watch One Caribbean Television anytime, anywhere, live or on demand on your TV, phone, tablet, or computer.
Catch up with WZMQ 19 News on your schedule. The latest 19 news and weather are available around the clock at WZMQ19.com. Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
Yes, it is still very warm out there. Our temperatures right now anywhere from 74 up into the 80s, 87 in Houghton. Friends, we are going to be cooling down. This evening, though, we'll just be in that 60-degree range for the majority of our lows. We'll be cooling down, though, for day temperatures coming on Wednesday. But we should see some hot, humid conditions, and then we'll be in this cool, muggy zone for most of our Wednesday. So, yes, we will have a little bit of mugginess. It's the end of summer. That fall, cool temperature stuff is coming our way. Stormy Tuesday night possible this evening, especially in the west and central portions. We could have hail, lightning, and some very strong winds, so heads up with that. Again, those lows 60 to 70. Tomorrow, we'll likely see some rain showers as well, maybe even thunderstorms continuing into our evening. Right now, our winds are fairly calm, mostly coming out of the south, a little bit breezy here in Marquette with 18 miles an hour, and we'll see those gusts pick up this evening, especially along or for Ontonagon and Escanaba. Keep your eye on those towns specifically as we get into our Wednesday morning and Wednesday evening. Those gusts could be anywhere from up to 25 or 30 miles an hour, especially up there in Eagle Harbor there at the end of our Wednesday night. We could also see those gusts in our Thursday. Severe thunderstorm watch. I know this isn't quite yet in the UP over here in Wisconsin as well as Minnesota, but those severe thunderstorms could be heading our way this evening. Let's take a look at what's been happening the past couple of hours with the radar here. Most of that activity in Minnesota. A little bit of showers down south here in Menominee County, as well as Dickinson, maybe heading over to Delta County this evening. Currently, though, we are fairly dry at the moment, but again, we'll see some cloud coverage this evening, and then around 10 o'clock, we'll see all that activity from Minnesota coming our way and to the Wednesday early morning hours. But as you can see, most of that heavy system in the west portion and then down south here around 5 a.m. So your commute, if you're starting off that early, could be a little bit rainy there. So 8 a.m. though, we'll expect some showers, mostly heavy showers over here in the central east portion. Making our way towards 9 o'clock, we'll see that eventually clear out, and then just a light shower for the west side there. 3 o'clock, and then we'll dry up a little bit after that. Clouds continuing into our Thursday morning before the clear out around 1 p.m. starting in the west portion of the UP, and then we'll see mostly clear skies on our Thursday evening. So how much rain is coming our way? Maybe about 2 inches, but that's mostly going to be over in Ironwood. Everyone else a little bit less than everybody else. Tomorrow, those highs still very warm. I've got your 7-day outlook after this.
Our 19 News Insights is on the way next.
John's Auto has big news. We've moved. Don't worry, we didn't go far. And it's still John's Auto, which means clean cars and great service. Come see for yourself. John's Auto Marquette.
There's nothing like the feeling you get being outdoors. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo has everything you need to be ready. The expo returns to the UP State Fairgrounds Ruth Butler Building. Inside, discover great sponsors with everything from bait to rods and reels. Mark it down now on your calendar, November 3rd through the 5th at the UP State Fairgrounds. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo, brought to you by the Daily Press and WZMQ 19 News.
Christmas time? Summertime is correct!
When the sun's out.
Things that get us excited?
Sunscreen.
Who gets excited about sunscreen? Give me that sunscreen! Woo!
The fun's out.
Oh, give me that SPF 30, SPF 50, SPF 70!
On Pictionary.
Wonderful jacuzzi, hot jacuzzi again.
Pictionary, weekdays at 7 on WZMQ CBS.
19 News was recently honored with the 2022 Best Newscast Award from the Michigan Association of Broadcasters. It motivates us to work even harder to be your voice in the community. 19 News is all about sharing local activities and events, plus information that leads to understanding, support, and unity. That's the mission of the 19 News team, and we thank you for watching.
19 News, connected to our community. Weeknights on WZMQ 19.
At John's Auto, we love our new location because it lets us serve you better. Now we can service your car and detail it so it's super clean. Come see for yourself. John's Auto Marquette.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
Tonight on Insights, the Community Foundation of Marquette County is marking 35 years of making a difference in the UP. And tomorrow night, the organization is hosting its annual celebration. Joining us tonight is the CEO of the Community Foundation, Zosha Eppensteiner. Thanks for coming in, Zosha.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us about the highlights of the Community Foundation over the past 35 years.
It's really hard to capture it all when you think about it. It's a really impressive impact that has been built for the community over the 35 years. Started out in 1988 with some community members and leaders in the community getting together and recognizing that making an investment for our nonprofits and for our programs in the community is really important. So they got together and set aside $30,000 that has since grown to over $20 million.
Wow.
We have distributed since that time over $12 million back to the community in grants and scholarships. And we're excited to tell the story of some of those programs and some of those impacts that we're able to make through the Community Foundation at our annual celebration.
Yeah, how many different nonprofits and charities in Marquette County has the Community Foundation helped over the years?
Oh, this is really difficult to really capture because when you think about it, our first grant was actually a scholarship that was in the amount of $205. You know, a really small seed beginning, right, from that 30 grand that was set aside. And when we fast forward to now, we give out over $150,000 just in scholarships alone every year. So clearly the needs in the community are ever growing. We have a significant number of nonprofits in Marquette County that continuously deliver the services and programs that are needed in the community. And we're happy to be supporting them through our grant making.
Yeah, so tell us a little more about the annual celebration coming up tomorrow night. It's being held in the Northern Center Ballroom. What can people expect?
It is our annual event, so it is an opportunity for our membership, for the community to get together and learn a little bit about the work that we've been doing more recently. But it's also an opportunity for us to look back and recognize those founding fathers of the Community Foundation, the trustees, volunteers, organizations that have been part of this work for those 3.5 decades, right? So we're looking forward to it. The event is on September 6th, and it's going to start at 5 o'clock with social hour, followed by dinner and program. And we have some exciting speakers and announcements during the program that we're excited to share.
Yeah, and you'll also be announcing the Catalyst Award honorees. What are those awards about?
The Catalyst Awards is an award that we give out on an annual basis to recognize volunteerism and philanthropy in our area. So again, when you think about the number of individuals and organizations and youth and businesses that support important causes in Marquette County, we want to be able to recognize that on an annual basis. And so this year, with marking that 35th anniversary, we have some special recipients for the Catalyst Awards that we're looking forward to announcing tomorrow. That really highlight what's possible when an organization, individual, or a business commits to this community and shows that commitment day in and day out.
Of course. Well, Zosha, thank you so much for sharing. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Coming up after the break, what's up with Megan? A popular festival takes over Marquette's Lower Harbor Park this weekend. That's sure to be a hopping place. And Congress resumes session with a tight deadline on some major budget decisions. We're live in Washington. But first, here's your Upers United volunteer opportunity of the day. Feeding America West Michigan needs volunteers for a mobile food pantry tomorrow in Munising. It's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Eden Lutheran Church on M28. Volunteers are needed to help set up tables, pack boxes, and anything else that might arise. To sign up or check out other volunteer opportunities, just head to upersunited.com.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. New evidence revealed in the Alec Murdaugh trial. The defense now accusing the county clerk of tampering with the jury, who found the former South Carolina lawyer guilty of murdering his wife and son. That more news tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Someday your son's going to test you. It's going to force you to make a decision a father shouldn't have to make.
A man must stand with his people. Now we are not your people.
There is nothing you could do I won't forgive you for.
Yeah, there is.
Yellowstone. See it from the first episode starting Sunday, September 17th on CBS.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
Create the backyard of your dreams and get 11% off all concrete landscaping blocks at Menards. The season's not over. There's still time to build your patio. Holland pavers are a great way to create patios, walkways, and even a driveway. They're lightweight, easy to use, and have a classic style. The simple shape of these pavers open up many possibilities for patterns and designs. Holland pavers are only 49 cents each after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Let's review the math. Over 5.5 billion people have been vaccinated now from COVID-19. History shows that vaccines work. Experts have tested the COVID-19 vaccine to be safe and effective. It's kid-sized. Giving us the vaccine helps protect us all. Any questions, Mom? Dad? Talk to your healthcare provider.
It's Boots and Knives Month at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette. With the purchase of an engagement ring, you'll get your choice of a Rapid River hunting knife or a certificate to go towards a pair of Red Wing boots.
Richardson Jewelers.
Let's find out what's up with Megan O'Connor. Marquette's Lower Harbor Park is getting more use this weekend, Megan.
That's right, Sarah. Are you seeking an event that will fulfill all your hops and dreams? Then I have a Lager Than Life Festival just for you. Tonight on What's Up with Megan, we are toasting to the 14th annual UP Fall Beer Festival. Taking place this Saturday at Matson Lower Harbor Park in Marquette, beer enthusiasts can hops till they drop, because they will have the opportunity to try 87 breweries with over 513 beers. Tickets are on sale to attend the event at mibeer.com. General admission tickets are currently $50 per person, but can be purchased at the gate for $60. General admission includes 15 tokens for beer samples and access to the festival from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. Don't make the poor decision of waiting to buy your tickets. Hop to it and buy them now, as the event sells out almost every year. Tickets for designated drivers are also on sale and can be purchased for $10 at the gate. And to make this beautiful festival even better, food and live music will also be available. Remember, you are beer for a good time, not a long time. So I will see you at the 14th annual UP Fall Beer Festival. Cheers to beers.
That was a lot of really great puns that you had in there. I'm very impressed.
Thank you. I did it myself.
I love it. So what else do we have going on this week?
Yes, we have a lot going on. So tomorrow, September 6th, is a very special day. It's 906 Day. Celebrate by making a pasty, swimming in the Great Lakes, or getting a UP tattoo at New Age Tattoo Studio. The 77th Annual Logging Expo will kick off September 7th through the 9th at the UP State Fairgrounds. It's $20 to attend all 3 days, and kids under 18 get in for free. More information Visit gltpa.org. In Calumet, join the Houghton/Keweenaw Communities That Care Coalition for the 7th annual Suicide Prevention Walk. Families of 906 Talk the Walk. The event will be held at the Calumet Coliseum from noon to 3. More information can be found at runsignup.com. The United Way is hosting its Days of Service campaign kickoff and volunteer initiative on September 10th and 11th. Days of Service is a 2-day community-wide volunteer initiative to honor National Day of Service and encourage volunteerism in Marquette County. All volunteers are invited to the UWMC's campaign kickoff Monday night, September 11th from 5 to 7 at the Ordock Brewing Company for food, thanks, door prizes, and a cash bar. For more information, go to uwmqt.org. Join the Lake Superior Community Partnership and WZMQ for the business after hours right here at the station, 142 West Washington Street on Monday, September 11th from 5 to 7. Food, drinks, and prizes will be provided.
All righty, Megan, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, let's switch gears here. In Washington, the clock is ticking for Congress to finalize major spending bills. If they can't reach an agreement before the end of the month, a government shutdown will happen. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joins us live from the U.S. Capitol. Rachel, good evening.
Good evening, Sarah. So a short-term funding measure is going to be the main focus here on the Hill. Members have until September 30th to finalize this, so we do expect them to work quite quickly to get this done. So congressional leaders and the president are looking to pass what's called a continuing resolution. It's a temporary spending bill that keeps the government up and running without disruptions. They could pass this to buy some time to work on completing a budget. We also expect lawmakers to look at funding for Ukraine and disaster relief as part of this funding. Now, if Congress can't come to a resolution before midnight on September 30th, a shutdown could happen, meaning we expect to see mass furloughs for federal employees, which could also put a strain on services. So, for example, Social Security payments will still be sent out, but benefit verification as well as card issuance would end. Inspecting sites for hazardous waste and drinking water could be halted. Air travel would get disrupted, national parks could close, just to name a few things. Now, negotiations for these spending bills could face some major hurdles in the coming weeks. Some hard-right Republicans in the House are hoping to load up conservative policies in these spending packages, something that the Democratic-led Senate is likely to reject. These policies could include blocking abortion coverage and transgender health care and diversity initiatives in the military spending package, but they're also calling to spend even less than what the Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, and President Biden agreed to a few months ago as part of a bill to increase the nation's debt ceiling. Now, before Congress left for their August recess, some of those same hard-right House Republicans said that they embrace the idea of a government shutdown just as long as it means that we are spending less on non-military funding. Back to you.
All right, Rachel, thank you very much. We have some storms that are about to move through overnight that should cool us down much more than we have been. Ariane, how's the outlook on the way?
Tonight, a late summer heat wave is sweeping most of the country. When will it feel like fall? And the latest on an intense manhunt for an escaped convicted killer. Then, with student loan payments about to resume, the difficult decisions facing borrowers on the CBS Evening News.
Anyone here? Hello? What are you waiting for? I really need to deposit this check before work today. Oh, you can use the ITM for that. Oh man, I gotta make a payment before the credit union closes. You can use the ITM for that. I don't know about this thing. I mean, I need some social interaction. You can use the ITM for that.
Peninsula Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of technology to keep your banking experience fast and efficient. Try our ITMs today.
Now more than ever, you need to know what's happening here in Washington. Decisions affecting your life by the people you set here. I'm Rachel Knapp, tracking the daily decisions by your senators and representatives. That's my job, and I report to you. Healthcare, education, the economy, taxes, jobs, all hang in the balance. Watch my reports from Capitol Hill only on WZMQ 19 News.
Dear humans, I stand here today not for myself, but for every tail wagger, sloppy kisser, and curtain ninja. I stand here for each one of the thousands of dogs and cats killed in shelters each day, asking you to join our cause and help us make sure every best friend has a chance to meet one of their own. With Best Friends Animal Society leading the charge and your help, we can save them all.
WZMQ 19 News, live and local news, first warning weather, exclusive interviews. Named Best Newscast by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters. Make the switch to WZMQ 19 News.
We still have some 80-degree temps out there right now, but we'll expect these to be mostly in the 60s this evening overnight. And then tomorrow, we're expecting mostly cloudy skies, some rain, thunderstorms possible, and those temperatures between 65 and about 75 degrees. Looking ahead to Saturday for the UP Beer Fest, we'll expect some sunshine. Those temperatures in the 60s as well. Should be a wonderful Saturday for that event. Taking a look at the rest of our 7-day for Marquette, likely showers until about Friday.
That does it for us for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 11:10 Central.